For years, Craig Melvin has been admired not just as a warm, steady presence on morning television, but as a devoted husband, loving father, and a man whose compassion has touched millions. His easy smile, his calm voice, and the sincerity behind every story he tells have made him one of the most trusted figures in American broadcasting. But those closest to him had started noticing something, subtle shifts that the public could not see. Moments when Craig's energy dipped just a little too quickly, events he quietly stepped away from, that soft pause in his voice when questions about his schedule or well-being were raised. And Lindsay Czarniak, ever poised, ever resilient, stayed right beside him through all of it. She carried herself with grace, refusing to let concerns spill beyond the walls of their home. Yet, privately, she sensed something changing, something she could no longer brush aside. Behind the bright studio lights and polished on-air banter, the Melvin home had become a place of hushed conversations and long, uncertain nights. Craig tried to stay strong for Lindsay and their children, often pushing himself past what he knew his body could comfortably handle. He insisted on keeping up with his demanding schedule, attending events, anchoring broadcasts, and fulfilling commitments he felt deeply responsible for. But Lindsay saw the cost. She saw the tiredness in his eyes after a long day. She noticed the strain in his movements, the heaviness he tried so hard to hide. The world saw Craig Melvin, the anchor, confident, steady, endlessly optimistic. Lindsay saw Craig, the man she loved, fighting a quiet battle no one else knew about. The turning point came during an intimate family gathering, an evening meant for laughter and stories, a pause from the noise of life. But something shifted. In a moment that felt both sudden and inevitable, Craig's condition went from concerning to unmistakably urgent. It was then that Lindsay realized this was no longer something they could shoulder alone. Stepping into the role she has always embodied, protector, advocate, unshakable partner, she made the painful decision that the truth needed to be shared. After consulting with Craig and his medical team, she prepared a statement that would break the silence surrounding his health. Crafting those words was not easy. Every sentence carried with it the weight of love, fear, and a fierce determination to support the man who had always given so much of himself to others. When Lindsay's announcement finally reached the public, the world paused. Her message was raw, heartfelt, and unlike anything she or Craig had ever shared before. She revealed that Craig's condition had progressed more quickly than expected, and that his doctors were entering a critical period of intense monitoring and intervention. Her voice trembled as she urged fans to understand the seriousness of the situation. It was no longer possible, she said, to pretend everything was normal. Within minutes, messages of love and support poured in from every corner of the globe. Viewers who had welcomed Craig into their homes for years felt the gravity of the moment instantly. Social media erupted with prayers, memories, and deeply personal messages from people whose lives had been touched by Craig's warmth and authenticity. Despite the harsh reality, Lindsay ensured the world understood one crucial truth. Craig had not lost his spirit. He still smiled. He still cracked jokes with the kids. He still insisted on being their emotional anchor even on his most difficult days. His resilience had become a source of strength, not just for his family, but for everyone watching. Every small step forward, every moment of courage, reminded those who loved him that hope was still very much alive. The reaction to Lindsay's announcement was overwhelming. Colleagues, journalists, athletes, and everyday viewers flooded the internet with tributes and heartfelt messages. Many spoke of Craig's kindness, his dedication to telling stories that matter, and his long-standing commitment to shining a light on issues that often go unnoticed. Others praised Lindsay for her extraordinary strength, her ability to move through such a painful season with grace, patience, and love. Even with the emotional strain, Lindsay continued to be the grounding force of the family. She balanced medical consultations, supported Craig through the toughest days, and ensured their home remained filled with warmth rather than worry. She shifted her schedule, rearranged commitments, and worked tirelessly to create an environment where Craig could focus on healing. Her devotion became a testament to the bond they had built over years of partnership. Though Lindsay delivered the initial announcement, Craig wanted to share words of his own, words filled with gratitude and humility. He thanked fans for their unwavering support, admitting that the love he received gave him strength during moments when he felt he had none. He spoke of Lindsay as his anchor, his protector, the reason he faced each day with courage. His message, tender and vulnerable, touched hearts around the world. Before you go, please subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us continue bringing meaningful, heartfelt stories like this one. And in the comments, share your messages of love and encouragement for Craig and Lindsay. Let them feel the strength of a community standing right beside them.